Okay, so here we've got a horse that has put its leg through a fence and cut itself. What I've done is wet it down, given it a really good hose and just a scrub with my hands. Make sure your hands are clean first when you do this. And then I've just given it a wash with some diluted iodine. Now what I'm going to do is towel dry the leg. Make sure it's really dry. Just dab around the cut. You don't want to be rubbing that too harshly. And then I'll show you what I add to it. So I've got some betadine spray and some betadine antiseptic cream. So we want to add these just to get rid of any nasties that may get in there and infect the wound, which would cause heat, swelling, and can make the horse quite unwell. So we want to treat this as soon as possible. Remember too, if you're ever unsure, it's really important that you call your vet, send your vet a photo, stay on top of these things. You want to get onto it as soon as it happens, make sure it's clean. I'm then going to add the betadine spray. I just get these from my chemist. Again, just be careful if you don't know your horse or you're unsure what they do with their hind legs or with spray. Be really careful because they can kick. So I've added the spray. Now I'm just going to add some of the cream. Just get a good amount on my finger. Add that in there. And I just sort of rub it in all around the wound. If this was on a hairy horse or a hairy part of the horse, I would clip the horse's leg or the area surrounding the wound so that it's easy to treat. But this horse doesn't have a lot of hair, so he's fine. Now, if I'm treating a wound that I'm about to wrap, I add Manuka honey. This is really great for healing. It protects the wound, it controls odors, and it prevents any contamination and infection, and it maintains the natural pH of the wound, which is really important in the healing. So I add a good amount. It's really important that you don't put Manuka honey on a wound that you're not going to wrap, as it does attract ants. So I put a good dollop all over the wound. This stuff is amazing. It heals really, really well. Now, an important thing to remember is that if you are unsure, it's really important you call your vet, because in some cases it may need stitching. So if it's bad enough, call your vet. Make sure you get a professional opinion if you're not confident in treating it yourself.
Sure.
The last thing I do for the wound is apply the Decron leg wrap poultice. You can get this from Horseland. Same with the Manuka honey, you can get that from Horseland as well. And it's really good for wounds, sprains, swelling, bruising, any splints, anything like that. The Decron leg wrap poultice is perfect to use. So when you first get it, this is a packet that I've used before, so it's already cut. But when you first get it, you'll cut it in half, okay? Cut it in half. You only need half a wrap for one leg or for one wound. If it was a small wound, you just cut it down to size. Now it's really sticky, so make sure you have everything ready to go when you wrap it. Pull it off. Then we're just going to apply this to the leg. Remember, always wrapping the cannon bone back. Okay, so from front to back with your wrap. So I stick that there, and then I'm going to apply just a normal pad and bandage that you'd put on in the stable, just to make sure it stays there. And everything we've used today is non-swabbable and like herbal sort of remedies, so you can use it in the lead up to a competition without worrying about it swabbing in a drug test. So then we just wrap the leg, making sure you don't do it too tight, as we want to still allow blood circulation to help with healing. And I will leave that on for 24 hours and then repeat this process.